Sergeant, Irish, the worst thing we can do in a situation like this is panic.
You talk like that, man. You scare the crap out of me. Pack, help me move this seat, man. We're still sinking. Shit. I'll get you out of here, Doug. You hear me?
How, man? The doors are stuck shut.
Shit!
This wasn't how it's supposed to happen, Irish. Wrecker, take my gun.
The fuck are you thinking,
Yours
Doug?
now.
The fuck are you thinking?
For the wolf to survive, it's gotta chew off its own leg.
Fire! Negative, don't do it!
Now, Wrecker, shoot out the window.
That's an order! Don't you fucking do it, Wrecker!
Save yourselves. Get out of here. Get out of here!
Fucking bullshit, man! You hear me?
Shoot out the window or you'll all die!
Burn those motherfuckers!
My Battlefield 4 wishlist is quite extensive, so it would take a huge amount of time for me to sit here and tell you guys all of the things I'd love to see in Battlefield 4, but instead I'm going to condense it down into about 5 things that I really want to see in Monday's presentation. Okay, so number 1 is a suppression tweak. I like the way suppression works in Battlefield 3. I feel it adds a different dynamic to the game that's not really available in any other first-person shooter. But I've made a video about this before, saying how I thought the suppression effect could be changed from how it's actually featured in Battlefield 3. So what I really want to see is only a visual effect for suppression. I'd like to see the screen getting blurred if you are being shot at, perhaps the red mist appear if you do get hit by a couple of those stray bullets, but I don't want any of the increased recoil, scope sway, anything like that. I just want it to be a visual representation of what suppression would be like. Now, a lot of you guys argued this would make it less realistic, but I know that the developers were going for realism with Battlefield 3 as far as you can go with a game. But I felt that it just didn't reward you for being a good aimer. It rewarded people for just not hitting their target, because of course then you'd then throw someone else's aim off and potentially get a kill when you didn't really deserve it by not hitting them. So perhaps suppression could be flipped around for Battlefield 4 so that people with better aim are rewarded, even though you can't quite see your target. Perhaps your vision is blurred enough so that you can't see them, but you've still got good enough aim to know where they are. Then you should get the kill, because obviously you've got the better aim. Now, number 2 is class balance. Now, this is quite a hotly debated topic as well, because a lot of people feel that the classes are quite good in Battlefield 3. I've always had a problem with them, however. Matt the Musketeer did a video yesterday about sniping and how sort of different it is to Bad Company 2, how it's less rewarding for the person who's actually firing the gun, and it's easier on the person who's being hit by the bullet, because obviously snipers in Battlefield 3 aren't always one-hit kill. In core Battlefield 3 gameplay, where you've got 100% health, all your HUDs visible, everything like that, you need to be able to hit a headshot to get a one-hit kill, or you need to hit the very small hitbox in the upper torso of a player to get a one-hit kill with a sniper rifle. Matt mentioned that in Bad Company 2 it was much easier to get a one-hit kill with a sniper rifle. They felt like they did more damage, which is of course what a sniper rifle is meant to do. Talking about realism again, if you get hit by a sniper bullet in the chest, chances are you're not going to make it. You're going to die. So perhaps that's something in Battlefield 4 that we could see. And also, I think the medic class needs a complete reshake-up. At the moment, we know it's the most powerful class in Battlefield 3. You want to get points, you're going to use that kit. But I think perhaps it should be split up again. Perhaps have assault rifles and grenade launchers in one class, and then PDWs with the defibrillators and the medkits in another class perhaps. There are a lot of different ideas I could tell you about class balance for Battlefield 4. I have quite a lot of them, and you guys, even in my videos about class balance and stuff like that, had a lot of opinions. I just feel that it needs tweaking again. Even introducing that 5th class might help, but I think they need to rebalance the class. They really need to think carefully about how they can balance the classes, because especially support is completely underpowered in comparison to any of the other classes. Now, number 3 is dynamic environments. I did a video a while ago about this as well, and a lot of you guys seemed really responsive to what I thought up about these dynamic environments, and a lot of other people have been talking about this as well, so it's not like confirmed in any way, shape or form, but a lot of people are interested in seeing this. And it would just really keep gameplay fresh for the entirety of Battlefield 4. If you think about Battlefield 3 now, the maps are still exactly the same as they were when they released 19 months ago, some of the vanilla maps. And if you think, like, destructible environments perhaps in Battlefield 3 weren't as good as they were in Bad Company 2, but introducing things like weather and stuff like that would really sort of increase gameplay longevity. Think about the Aftermath DLC where they had the earthquakes in there. I know a lot of people enjoyed that because it sort of broke gameplay up a bit. It threw your vision off for a few seconds, which might give you a chance to flank round the enemy and take them out, and perhaps help your team in winning a match. Gameplay elements like that would really keep gameplay fresh. I know I'd be playing maps a hell of a lot longer if I knew that perhaps Tehran Highway could be played during the day while it was raining, and Damavand Peak could be played at night with a full moon shining over the map. I think that would be really cool, something that would be good in Battlefield 4. Okay, number 4 for me isn't quite as big on the list as everyone else's would be, but the mini-map in Battlefield 3 is completely overpowered. Think about it in terms, I know I don't like comparing these two things, but in terms of Call of Duty, the mini-map in that game shows enemies as round red dots, whereas in Battlefield 3 you see them as red arrows. Now those little red arrows then give you the indication of where that person is actually going because you can see them moving on the map, and you can see what direction they're going in as well, which makes it really easy for you to go and kill somebody because they might not be paying attention. Compare this to Call of Duty when you've got a UAV coming across to show where the enemies are on the map. They're only dots, and they're static dots. They only get refreshed when the UAV scans over the map again. Makes it much harder for you to actually sort of anticipate where somebody's going to be. And the mini-map itself in Battlefield 3 is quite small. It's hard to read what's on there sometimes. Of course you can make it bigger and you can increase the magnification on the map, but it's not really solving the problem. We've already seen from the 17-minute gameplay that that mini-map in Battlefield 4 is much bigger than it is in Battlefield 3. So perhaps, I know that was pre-alpha footage, but perhaps that could be translated into Battlefield 4, into the retail version, because I really liked the way that the map was bigger, it was easier to see, you could strategize a little bit more. I still didn't like the fact that there were red arrows on there, but perhaps that'll be tweaked in the final version. And number 5 on my list is quite a big one, and it takes a lot of time for developers to implement stuff like this, but I'm talking about gun balance here. All of the assault rifles in the medic class, apart from the G3A3, do a maximum of 25 damage. Even though all those guns do have different rates of fire, they still do the same damage, which means technically in under 20 meters, if you take a FAMAS and kill somebody, it's going to kill someone quicker than if you were killing them with an L85A2, which does the same damage at that range. It just doesn't make a huge amount of sense to me. Why would you make all the assault rifles have the same amount of damage but have different rates of fire, and then still reward the person with the highest rate of fire to actually win the gun battle? I don't quite understand what they were going for with that. So I want to see that tweaked in Battlefield 4. The same applies to the LMGs as well. The Type 88 is shocking in comparison to any other LMG in the class. Of course, if you're quite good with the gun anyway, you learn how it works, you can make it work for you, but just in terms, put it up against a PKP, you're just not going to stand a chance. But that's enough of my opinions now. I do want to read all of your opinions in the comments section below, so if you've got anything that you want to see implemented in Battlefield 4, it might be a wish, it might come true, it might not. But let's just see, let's have some fun. Put it in the comments down below and we'll see what comes around on Monday evening. And just finally, I am going to be doing a reaction video with Matt the Musketeer to this sort of presentation they're going to be doing on Monday the 10th of June. So if you don't manage to catch the live stream, then jump over to either mine or Matt's channels, preferably mine, that's why you're here. Come over to my channel and come and watch that presentation with me and Matt. We're going to be doing a video, perhaps a reaction. I don't know if it's going to be a live reaction, but it will be a reaction to what we've seen on the Monday night. So you can stay all up to date with all the Battlefield 4 news that you're going to need. But that is the end of this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give it a like. And there's plenty of comments down below that you need to be adding to as well, so make sure you leave all your opinions down below. I do try and read as many as I can. But my name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.